Alright, here we are at Dirt Bristol, one of the more anticipated races. At least it was, until iRacing ruined the cars. Alright, my voice may be a little weird this video, but it's been in a recovery process, so that's why I sound weird. It used to be fun and challenging. Now it's full throttle, hold the car hard left until it slicks up. Once it gets slick, it gets way better, but still not what it was like. And that's my biggest problem, and there's a whole rant I can go on about, dumbing things down. That's to say it politely. Anyways, let's get to the keys of the race card. Actually, no keys to the race card. I don't have a visual, so let's just say them. Number 1, tires, but for a different reason. That being, iRacing doesn't have dirt tire wear, so don't really gotta worry about it. So go crazy. Number 2 is pit stops again. Not really a necessity unless it goes green from start to finish. You'll be a little bit short on fuel, but that's it. So I explain that later. Number 3, which is the biggest one, changing track conditions, because it's gonna constantly be changing lap after lap. It'll be different than the lap before. That's just the nature of dirt. If you're somebody who doesn't like to move around, well, I suggest you get used to it, and that's pretty much it. I guess just don't die and you'll have a successful race. Alright, pit road's a bit of a tricky one, because on the regular paved Bristol is usually one long pit road you enter in the same section and you all come out in the same section. Well, here it's actually back to the individual pit roads. So there's 2 of them. If you're pitted on the front, that's where you enter, out of 4, and you exit out of 2. Whereas on the back, the opposite. So you just enter in the side that's yours, and that's it. You can see the yellow and green cones. Now, I'm not even sure if there's a need to pit, because you should be able to make it on fuel if you get a caution. Tires, unnecessary. I already covered that, so let's get to the lap. Or shall I say laps? Alright, here we are about to take our lap in a series of laps. Some done by me, some done by a teammate who, lives dirt. Lives and breathes dirt. And the lap I'm going to show you here is a 75% track usage, because I think that's going to be just like the norm. So, in a fresh track, it's complete and utter trash. But once it slicks up, it becomes a little more fun, but it's really weird. I don't know how to explain it. So, obviously I can't give a guideline on lap times because it could change every single lap just because of that's the nature of dirt. It constantly changes. So, let's see how this lap was done. Fixed setup, fixed weather, all the usual stuff. No changes whatsoever. Whatever it says on the Bristol 2, fixed set, that's what's applied. So let's see how this lap was done, and I guess we'll talk about it. Alright, after that series of laps, you can also see the different driving styles that were represented, I guess. Now, obviously, you could see by all the other laps, the lap times were all over the place. From mid-17s, somewhat mid-17s. I guess 6 or 7, I don't remember what, was run. All the way to that was a high 18.7. So that's going to be your range and lap times from what I can tell. Obviously, it'll get worse. 100% track usage. You'll be even slower. And obviously, you'll be quicker under fresher conditions. Alright, so let's see how this lap was done. Let's make our way into 1. And here I'm kind of offset, kind of pointing to the right. But I'm trying to set up an entry here. Underneath the, dried out track, the slick / rubbered up blue groove or whatever. I'm trying to stay below that, but you can't go too low because it's flat down here, and it'll help rotate the car, but it kills your exit, so you're looking for fresh track all the time. And here I'm playing with the throttle all through the corner. It's a guideline I just cannot give. You have to feel it for yourself, how much throttle you need. It's a really tricky thing when it comes to dirt because everyone drives different. The track is constantly changing. Now, this video might be worthless after just, a couple laps. But anyways, we set up the corner. Again, trying to stay under the this dried out slick, rubbery section of the track. Eventually, you're going to just be in it because the track's going to wear out so much. Again, doing what we did in 1. Keep it above the apron. Keep it below the slick. And you're really fighting the car here. And this is much better than a fresh track because fresh track, it's so plowy. You have to steer it as hard left as you can and plow the throttle or plant the throttle, You got to do that shit. And it's not very fun. Here I can at least get on board with it driving in the slick. It's not right, it still feels like trash, but that's what you got to deal with. Alright, this was a challenging track guide just because of all the variables and the multiple changes that were handed to us throughout the week. It was fine before. They just basically what I have a big problem with in today's racing is pussifying everything. I'll just say that's the way it has to be said. That's just the truth. Anyways, Sim Racing Chewy side.